We should have had that recording the whole time. Cheers. I think I'm gonna hold mine in my hand because that thing tastes like water.
It tastes like good water. Brown Alabama Slammer water.
Brown water from Alabama, that's no good.
Well, you know, we talk about cocktails.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say like what is this, Flint? Is it
what? You put this out the sink? Don't want it. And then at least you put a nice ice ball. Y'all can't see that, but it's a nice ice ball in there.
The sphere.
The sphere. That's how you know we're affluent. Speaking on that.
Oh, absolutely. What's up, people? It is Mr. World Renowned, Charlie Cashflow, Neil Oates, Charles Sutton III.
That is I.
Here, ready to have some conversation today. It's been too long, sir.
My brother.
Dead of summer.
We here, man. We're in Florida, hot as no other. We can agree. People out here melting. I mean, man, golf course, beach, pool, just
home, getting in and out of the car, at work, grocery shopping.
I think the hardest workers is the ACs right now.
So check this out. So here's what I started doing, wife and I. We started changing the Publix that we go to because there's a close Publix to us. But we started going to the Publix that has a parking garage just so we don't have to get in the heat, right? It made me change my lifestyle pattern. I
mean, I could feel that. I feel you on that. But when all the engines are running in the garage, it doesn't get a little hot.
I'm jumping out the door, rolling my. I just let car. I'm like, hey, Kit, do your thing, and I just come at the car.
You got the Batmobile just to pull up.
Yeah, I'm not waiting. I'm beep 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 beep.
Listen, man, I wish I could be like this guy.
You know? Don't be like me. You got to go backwards. All right, we ain't here to talk about cars and parking garage. You ready to rock and roll, sir?
I'm ready whenever you are, my brother.
All right. Dead of summer. You're in sales. You are a salesperson, service person, consultant, all of that wrapped in one. Potato, tomato. We hear that the summer is not a time to sell. So often what we see professionals, or I'm going to say salespeople, not sales professionals, take the summer off.
Try to get a little bit of vacation.
Why you say it like that?
Yeah, because, you know, vacation and sitting at home is not really vacation.
Right? So they're
it's just that they feel like, you know, I'm going to just take my foot off the gas, you know, enjoy the summer. And
what are your thoughts?
I think that it's the perfect opportunity to do the opposite. You know, when people are just relaxing, this is like the opportunity for you to capitalize on their negligence. So, you know, this is where I feel like, you know, you having such different things going on to drive us towards sales is the perfect time to activate those sales like service like activities when people are just relaxing the most.
So for me, that's something that I've seen in my almost 2 decades in this part, like in the real estate side. I'm old.
Yeah, I'm about to say no grades. I think I got more grades. But
yeah, you got more grades.
2 decades.
I got like
that is.
I got 3. All of my gray hairs got names. I'm not gonna tell you what they are though.
Yeah, don't do that. But I would like to know though.
So what I've seen is that we do see a lot of our colleagues. We're gonna call them competitors. They take the foot off the gas. The only challenge with that is this thing called momentum. Right. So we spend all beginning of the year, spring, so the end of winter and spring, building momentum. Let's go.
Everybody's happy about the new year. Everybody wants a new house. Everybody wants new knowledge, new information.
And then the summer comes, they can go on vacation. We go on vacation.
They got beat up. Yeah, the people get beat up. You know, it's like 4, 5, 6 months, and now they want to be like, you know what? Let me take a break.
But the counterintuitive move is to lean in harder during the summer.
I would definitely agree.
And then make sure, so, you know, that's the whole thing. I always use the example of Casual Friday.
Casual Friday. Tell me more about it.
So Casual Friday, you have not been in a corporate setting in so long, right? Because we've been out
yeah.
So Casual Friday, they let you dress down, right? They like jeans, you know, Casual Friday, and everyone's excited. But here's what I tell everybody. I love Casual Friday because it was the day where I didn't have to do anything different and still be perceived as better than everyone else, right? Because once everyone else lowers their standard, if we're in a business professional environment and now we go from suit and tie, shirt and tie, blouse, dress, to t-shirts and jeans, Neil doesn't have to do anything different. Now I'm seen as better. So what I would do was I would schedule a lot of my appointments with my customers and clients would come in and see into the workplace. I wanted them to come in on Fridays. So in their head, it was the end of the week. So they could say, yeah, we can get things done Monday through Thursday. For me, I knew that when they came in and saw the other competitors in the office, they were going to say, relaxed. He's slouching, she's slouching, he's sloppy, she's wearing sneakers.
I'm about to say dirty.
My guy over here, he's still wearing his shirt and tie. Not just the idea of the dress, but this whole thing of relaxing your standards when everyone else does.
Yeah. No, I can definitely feel you on that, because if everybody come in there ready to take the weekend off and they work hard as they could Monday through Thursday, and Friday's the day that we could slack off. That's what I get the interpretation of casual Friday. And for you to come in there and be the total opposite, just not to say, oh yeah, well I'm doing, but it gave you a different perspective in terms of how your clients look at you. So I think that's pretty dope to think about that. Because me, I'm wearing the J's on casual Friday. Because I just, you just get caught up in like you said, you just get caught up in the fact that it's Friday and then everybody's doing it, so you're doing it too. So
now on that part, how about once we make that little change, that shift, right? From being, okay, let me stop doing what everyone does in business, in sales, in service-based or product-based businesses, where we're saying this is the route that the masses are going. What if I shift my thinking? And the beautiful thing is, as an entrepreneur, small business owner, minority business owner, we don't have to be totally better or different than everyone else.
Right.
We just have to be minute difference. Yeah. Right?
Just that minute difference would be like, I see it, That one little thing
at the right time makes it look like you're a rock star.
Yeah, make you look like you're a rock star.
Okay, so
Casual Friday, that's a very good thought on how us in this business of service, you can do everything like everybody else. You want to go service, and you want to be a server, but you want to take off during the summer and be like everybody and go to the beach and spend all your money, because that's what it's for, right? Vacation is not for making money, right?
Vacation
is for spending money.
But right? But
now everybody's spending money. Why don't you invest the money?
But what about even if we leverage because this is something that I learned from one of my coaches. What if we even our leisure time? What if we leveraged our leisure? Right? If when we went on vacation, we did something to leverage that time, right? Wow. So for us in real estate, it's something as simple as, I know it's corny as heck now, right? Wearing the Realtor R or the blue, something like that, right? We are leaving for business and leisure tomorrow morning, and I'm making sure that I'm going to be recording videos. Now, that part is going to be leisure, but I'm going to be recording videos to make sure that I can leverage my leisure time while I'm there.
That's right.
And so I think that if we just shift these one or two little things as business owners, I think it has a great result. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a very smart way to put it, because most people don't take advantage of the things that they're doing already to make it a business type of vibe.
You ain't got to do nothing extra.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing extra. You just taking what you're doing on a day-to-day and actually saying, you know what, I'm going to leverage this by using content, or I'm going to use this to bring in more clients, to let them know of how the weather is in Florida, or let them know what spots they can go to in Florida, and that'll make you look more of a professional versus just going to the beach, parking, and not even talking about what you're doing or where you're going.
Now, I do want to pause for a moment. People just saw me hit you twice, right? This is not an abusive relationship.
Nah.
Charles, he beats me up all the time. He's
behind the camera though.
He is heavy-handed. He there will be no video proof. There's no video evidence of.
Listen, if you guys go to our golf channel, you'll see me doing all kind of weird stuff as he's speaking. But this is, we're in a calm environment, So I mean, we're being brothers right now.
So
shout out to the brothers out there, the sisters.
Brothers, sisters. We're going to talk to us in a moment. So we're going to have a conversation. We're going to let them listen in on us having this conversation.
Sounds good.
And the only reason we're inside right now is what we alluded to earlier, bro. It is hot outside.
Too hot. I mean, if you see how bright it is, just know that outside, that brightness is converted into heat. And the heat is fried omelet on the hood of your car. That's how hot it is.
So we're talking about sales during the summertime, but then we also talk about momentum.
Right.
So what are you, not just this year, but just in your years in sales, what has been something that helps your momentum throughout the year or throughout the sales process or just your business in general? What's something that gets you in that flow state?
I think is that once you get into the ambience of doing like the movement, like
we talked about that.
You know,
too.
like once you start moving in the right direction of, okay, let me pick up the phone and call somebody. Let me go to an open house.
Hold on, stop.
Let me
stop.
go.
You said once you get started. The hardest part is getting started.
Yeah, it's getting started, right?
Dude, hey, so if I get past that first call, I'm okay.
Yeah.
That
once
first
you get
call
the first
is so dang hard.
Yeah, but we can agree though. Once you get that energy from that call or energy from that walk, and you like, wow, I got the potential of closing this, or I got the potential of getting this done faster than I thought. You'd be like, okay, I got to press harder on that.
So let me back up. So how do you start? Because I know you are let me make this call. Let me go to this appointment. Let me go to this open house. Let me get in front of these people. How do you get that first one done, right? Because some people are saying, if I could get the first one, the second, third, fifth will be easy.
I think it's
what is it for you?
I think it's with me. It's just by having those conversations. You know, once you start having conversations with people, they will tell you what the conversation wants to be. Like, for example, I could be at the golf club which I work at, and then I hear something, something that sounds very familiar, or somebody talking about real estate. I don't have nothing to do with their conversation, but if I input myself and then they start asking me questions, that makes me want to talk about real estate to other people, not just them itself, but it just gets my mind like, wow, I know what I'm talking about. I need to go let people know what it is, because real estate, it changes year to year, day to day. So much stuff happens,
and a lot is changing on
August 17th.
Look, we know August 17th, right? Come on, baby.
But to the public, they don't know, and then they started assuming things, and they start. So when I hear those type of talks, that kind of get me in that mode to be like, I know what I'm talking about. I'm a professional, so let me have more conversations.
How long did it take you, or when did you start seeing yourself as, I know what I'm talking about, I'm a professional, right? Because there are people who are in this thing who will hear the same conversation and they'll be like, I'm not going to say nothing. I don't know what they're talking about.
I think it comes with the part of repetition, right?
Come on.
I mean, as an athlete, coach will tell you.
Who you talk about an athlete?
I mean, athletes out there, I'm athletes myself,
Okay, wait. Quick.
Repetition.
Wait, stop.
Okay.
Are you an athlete or a former athlete?
Well, I'm an athlete because I still play golf. If you swim in the club, if you out there trying to work out a little bit, you're an athlete. Don't deprive yourself of what's going on. Greatness. But yeah, I mean, repetition, right? So once you, and I keep going back to you because he does these sales calls and he does these motivational calls, I would call them, or not even motivational calls. What would you call the World Renowned Wednesdays?
So it is for me. It's just practical application.
Okay, so once you get into that atmosphere,
wait. Why are you doing this? Why are you talking to them and not talking to me?
Well, I'm talking to both of y'all.
Hey y'all, because I didn't know that y'all were here. Y'all can tell we both country.
Yeah.
And we know you all were here. I was looking at Chuck.
Listen, I spell y'all with a YALL. So, but going back
no. Talk to them. I'm not gonna listen to y'all have a conversation.
Now you want to see. But no, going back to it, it's like the repetition of getting into the atmosphere, right? The more times you get on the basketball court, you're going to take shots. You're not just going to go to a basketball court, look at the goal, to look at the court. If you're an athlete, you want to go out there and do certain things to put you in a position where you're going to possibly see later on. And I feel like me being in that atmosphere every Wednesday or every Monday morning, it gets me into that mind like, you got some stuff to do. Let's go out there and do it. Or try the best of your ability to do those moves on the basketball court, because everybody can't do a shake and bake and dunk like LeBron James, right? But we could do the move and do a layup, and it still get you the same 2 points.
Yeah.
So that's how I really take that in terms of how I get my mojo started, how I actually implement those things to get me going in the right direction. Because if I'm saying I'm an expert and I'm not talking about real estate or even conversing in terms of how I even combo with a buyer or a seller in a consult, I'm not practicing that, how can I say I'm an expert?
But you can get on IG and say you're an expert.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
You can be an influencer.
Anybody could, put on a suit and tie, stand in front of a crib.
We do that all day.
I had pressure with people. I was telling you that the other day. I had pressure with these women that, they look like they don't know nothing about real estate, but they
No. They don't know anything about real estate, but they leveraging the boobs and the booty.
Yeah,
and that's it. And I'm sitting here like, that is not going to help you with a contract dispute.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it might get you in a couple.
Yeah.
It might get you into arbitration, litigation, all the issues.
I never want to be that person to be like, oh, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then as soon as you don't know something, you got to call somebody. Every time. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Oh, let me call.
Every time. It's good to have resources that can help.
That can help.
But not
every time. We talking about.
I would like to write a contract. Okay, let me call. And we going to
let you. What?
Like, ooh, that's not even 101. That's the 900. Yeah, that's the 99 class. That's 099.
Yeah, that's that slow. Let me take it easy before. Yeah. But yeah, man, I just think that these experts. It's a lot of experts out here. But when it comes to the real deal of negotiation and understanding how to position your client for the best of your client is really hard, because guess what? It's like you versus them at first until you want to understand that this is a team thing. We both wanted to get done. And listen, man, I've been here lots of years and seen lots of experiences and got a lot of coaching for me to know, all right, this is what it is and this is what it ain't. And that's why I can say, I ain't going to say, I can say I'm an expert.
I'm about to say, come on, you're going to say
No, I ain't going to say I'm a novice. I ain't going to say I'm I'm an expert.
Okay, so a couple of things you said, and I want to backtrack.
Yes, sir.
First, you mentioned that the layup and the dunk are both 2 points, right? So I'm looking at you. Now, this is a lie, people. I'm looking at you. Dunk, 360, windmill.
Oh, boy. That means
that's a lie. That's a lie.
That means I'm over here closing deals like, yes, close. You're like, how did you close it? You just say yes? You're like.
Okay, so I'm looking at you doing that because that's what happens a lot, right? They always say that comparison is a thief of joy. So I'm looking at you and the dunk, the 360, and then I'm sitting here, 5-footer, layup, 2 points, and we both get 30 points, but yours looked spectacular.
It looks way better, right?
So in business sense, for that salesperson, that service provider, for that consultant, what would you say to them when it comes to me looking at you and yours looking sexier than mine, right? Because then all of a sudden I become discontent. I sit here and I say, dang, Charlie Cashflow got 10,000 followers and I got 200.
And you just said it, man. The comparison is still the joy. At the end of the day, the 2 points is the 2 points. If we're down by one, and you do that stupid layup and it goes in, guess what? You're the hero. But everybody pick you up on the show.
It's so hard. It's so hard today. It's so hard today.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people on the court. Now that we're talking about basketball, it's a lot of people on the court that's doing all kind of dribbles and
that part right there. Wait. So the whole street ball joint and one. When people just trying to break you down and break. So
that doesn't matter. Getting that ball in the goal matters. But breaking people down and making people look foolish.
So I've seen people in and one basketball or even at some of the courts over there in North Miami get broke and the people run on the court before my man even get to shoot. Like they're getting points for dribbling.
Don't get no points for that.
No points.
But that shows you how the mass thing. They'd rather be entertained with stuff that doesn't
get me upset. Don't get me upset.
I'm sorry that you know how to dribble good.
No. I feel a way about people who seek entertainment over performance.
But we live in the United States of America, and that's what we're built on, right? Entertainment is the ruler of this country. Yeah. If you're not doing something, like he said, oh, you got 10,000 followers, but I'm not entertaining like, let me show you some houses and run through the house and, oh, look at this house and look at this and toilet and run around and I can sell your house. Call me. I don't do that.
So let me ask you, at what point do you, because, the cheat is I know you and your character, right? but we've seen a lot of individual service providers, entrepreneurs, especially that new entrepreneur, right? That didn't have that foundation of this is what the right way looks like. So they come in and they say, well, I see them and they're winning by dunking, right? Or they're getting but also they look at a win different. So they say, hey, if you dunk 10 times and you lose, in my book, that's a win. Whereas if you if you do 10 layups and we win,
it's boring.
It's boring. You didn't have anything that was flamboyant. That was just was that thing. Right?
But you know what I think, Neil? I think that as the professional of our service, you know, that's like the coach, right? The coach says we got to win the game. So if you're dealing with people that's like, I'm looking at the game. If you're on my team, we gotta win this game. It don't matter if you're dunking or layup. You gotta like build that up front so they know that. I don't care what he's doing. As long as he keeps scoring that ball, we're gonna win eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it comes with us as the service provider because we want to entertain because that's what we want to do to get them to come to the game.
Yeah.
But we're not telling them like, hey, come to the game, but we gotta win by us scoring the ball. We don't win by oohs and ahs because at the end of the day, I got to get paid for something. I mean, I'm going to get paid for you coming to the game.
Right.
But when I win the game, that's how I get paid even more.
And then you're going to come back for a second mass follow. Of course,
because now you can go to your friend and say, look at my dog, he won the game. But he can be like, well, he's trash. He just did layups. But look, we won by 30.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. And, you know, if I win by 30, that means I was defending too. So, you know, it comes with both sides of the service. You got to defend. You got to be able to block some stuff, which is like giving our clients extra service, right? That'll be like our defense. Like they feel so good. Like you say you're going to give them 3 days, and guess what happened in a day and a half? So now they feel even more better, like coming to the game because they're like, I don't care what y'all talking about because I know he's going to outperform anyway. So good talk on that one. I mean, I think that, you know, everybody out here just trying to ooh and ah. You know, and it's fair because
they are trying to ooh and ah. So we talking about ooh and ah. Right next to you, they can't see it. I got my golf set up, right?
Very beautiful, by the way.
And so I played in the tournament on Monday, yesterday. So
I didn't even know.
We were at Jupiter Country Club.
Well, you did tell me about it. You just didn't tell me the performance.
Jupiter Country Club shot 95. So
that's still good.
It was a hard 95 after like an hour.
Was it the
delay.
Course? Was it that? You said rain delay?
Rain delay.
Okay,
so it rained and then we played after the rain. So that was hard. Playing the first 15 minutes after the first rain delay was hard because the water sat. And so, man, I hit a beautiful tee shot, and I was in casual water.
Oh, because it was flooded.
Yes, it was. So I'm learning all this stuff. I'm out there as a newbie.
Oh, so casual water is flooded.
So it was in casual water, so I got to move
I'm learning as well.
And then went from the casual water into the ocean, which might be called the sand trap, but the water didn't drain yet, right? So I was able to move it again. So I was like, thank you, Lord, for the casual water. So here's what I realized. I realized I'm going to change my strategy. I'm only going to play on days that it rains. So that way I can move the ball to high land.
Hey, this is crazy. So you figured out a better way to navigate the course just because of the weather conditions?
Man, I had my rain gear, got my rain gear and everything. I was ready.
Oh, so you knew it was going to rain?
Because I had looked ahead. And see, that goes into planning. Right, and so that's where I wanted to go to.
I need to get like you.
Right, so and just like for Tallahassee, for Nashville, we know that it's a rainy week that we're up there.
Okay. Right? Do you intend to play at all?
No. So we're not gonna play. So we're not gonna play golf, but we're gonna play hard.
Yeah.
But we're gonna leverage our leisure.
Yeah.
So make sure we build content.
Get some info, conversations.
So on that, talking about golf, right? And then getting into this thing, and then how do we leverage what we're doing, leverage our leisure, and how do we practice? And then it's all about the showtime and the oohs and the ahs. Sir, when I say I saw more Titleist staff bags show up,
oh my God,
looking like ooh, ah, I saw.
You looking at everybody's clothes
I saw
up.
my man
picking their clothes up like.
I saw my man come. I saw a few guys. You talking about looking the part?
Yeah. Pants crispy.
Boy,
shoes. You looking at that?
I swear.
G4s all over the.
I swear they had just come from playing. Like Troon.
Yeah.
I thought they had just came from Scotland.
No, they went to the PGA Superstore before they got there.
I thought they were going to the Paris Olympics, bro.
Oh my god!
And then
these guys,
I saw them at the driving range.
Right.
No, a couple of them I saw. Chomp.
You like going to China?
And then the ones I didn't see go to the driving range that had the cigars, that had all the lingo down, right? They're like, you know, yeah. I saw them tee off on the first one. You know, the jitters. That's what the jitters. First thing tournament, we got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Second tee, worse than the first one. Third one, worse than the second, which was worse than the first one. And I'm like this. Oh, you spent all your time on this right here. So when it comes to business owners, entrepreneurs, spend all their time on the flash to show, and I have the substance to deliver the skills.
I see where you're going with this.
What's your feeling? What's your thought? What's your position?
Just that you bring up that kind of analogy. I remember playing football when I was younger. And same thing. They come with these fresh cleats,
the wristbands
and
the gloves. Hey, they had to run.
They had the tailback thing on the back flap.
The back flap, shot it.
I had a homeboy. He had he just had the big pad because he couldn't afford regular pad.
So he was out there. So he couldn't even get the fitted joint, the small joint. He had
the biggest, stupidest looking
shoulder pads, big jersey. He a linebacker, he got offensive lineman.
But when it came to the fundamentals and it came to making the play and it came to getting the job done,
he just played.
He was a dog.
Wow.
He was a dog. Oh. And it showed you his mentality of he didn't care what he had on. That didn't matter to him. The fact was that he was doing his job and he had a job to do and he wanted to make sure that his job is done.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with these owners, they want to make sure that they look good. They drive the car. They do all this. They got all that. But when it comes to your agents and the fundamentals, and there ain't no structure there. Nobody's doing the job. Well, I don't want to be that guy. I'm pretty sure you don't either. You don't want to look all glamorous and then look like you're less than. When it comes to somebody in terms of what they're speaking of or how they get the job done. So
let me ask you. So you talk about the owners, right? Because I know we were always looking for the sellers of properties, right? Mm-hmm. So there is this big thing as service providers where we're supposed to serve our clients. We're not supposed to compete with them. But for us, working in the affluent realm and that affluent niche in the real estate, our clientele might be multi-millionaires. They might drive a car that's $300,000, $400,000, right?
Yeah.
My Kia Soul was not that much.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, how do we not get to the point where we're stuck on competing with them and servicing them, delivering service,
right? And
not saying, "Oh, I'm trying to be right there with them in the way I look and the way I dress or where I go eat." What's your position on that?
I just feel like everybody in life has a different way of how they got there, right? Mm-hmm. So these people that we were talking about that's affluent, they could be a part of an affluent family that had a lot of money, that educated them a lot further than what you are, but you got the right experience, right? Like you said, you got 20 years of experience, but you didn't come from a family that gave you these things.
They gave me pecans or pecans.
Pecans. But yeah, you didn't come from that, but you come in a Kia Soul, but it comes down to them understanding like he knows his stuff. If I need to get my teeth pulled, I don't care if the dentist is driving around in a Toyota Corolla. He knows his stuff, and he has so many referrals of people with pretty teeth. I could pull up in the Bentley GT Continental, $250. He could be in the middle of I ain't gonna say North Miami, but he could be in a place where it's like, well, why is he here? But he gives the best service. I think that's the position.
You going to him.
Yeah. You're gonna go to him because at the end of the day, if people see enough results, and they want, and these people are smart. They want a result. They don't care how it.
They don't want the number of likes.
They don't care. Followers. They just want the job to be done. Are you gonna score them 2 points or no?
Are you gonna score?
And I need to know because
I need to know up front.
Yeah, because I'm putting a bet on this. You see what I'm saying?
So this goes back to one of the sayings is that the best indicator of future performance is past performance, right? And that's one thing that I always leverage, or that I always encourage people to leverage, is what have you done for me lately, right? That whole idea. What have you done in the past?
Right.
Do you have a track record? And I think that's something that we, as individuals living now, as business owners living now, we don't spend enough time focusing on building a track record of success.
And I think it's harder because we're minorities too. So it's like, as a minority, certain groups of people I ain't gonna say they get certain treatment, but they get certain perspectives. I would say that, right? So you can say, yeah, I've done this for 20 years as a minority. They're gonna but as a minority owner.
Yeah.
But can you do this $1 million?
Yeah. Well, the answer is yes, because we could do 3.6, we could do 1.7,
we could do whatever. It could be whatever, right? Because at the end of the day, the experience and the expertise is there, right?
So you're talking about as minorities, and so I know a lot of the audience, right? And so that's one thing that I always encourage everyone to do. First, there are people who are lined up to work with you. Right? There are people who are drawn to you. There are people who value what you do more than you value what you do, right? And so we've got to find them. But then there is also this requirement for you to be authentic, right? And so as minority owners, entrepreneurs, there's this whole idea that we always have to go looking outside to find, right? And oftentimes if we start with who we are,
they're going to come find us. Yeah. True that.
So the challenge is
they're gonna find you for real.
Here's the challenge that I've seen, and I know I'm gonna ask if you've experienced this. Have you ever dealt with those who look like you that might have similar upbringing and background as you that have made it, but now because of whatever experience they had in the past, so we're talking about positive business experience or life experience over 20. What about that negative experience over 20 years that came from people who looked like you, had the same last name, who grew up where you were, and now you're like,
I don't want to deal with them folks.
I don't want to deal with us. What do you say to, specifically, what do you say to the entrepreneur that is the minority entrepreneur that is dealing with that now, who's like, I know I'm good. I know that I would be a benefit and an asset to you as a minority. I am an asset to the majority. They trust me, right? Because I'm good. Right. But yet you still look at me with an untrusting eye.
Well, I can say that, there's a saying that once a leader of men, I forgot the saying, but once you're that leader of men, it don't matter what dynamic it is, because everybody needs your service, right? If they need guidance, they don't care if you look like me, they look like even if you came from the same upbringing, but they still kind of trust you because they know it's you, like you're that man. There's no way that you're going to give them less than service. As Neil Osborne now, I don't think you're going to say, oh yeah, that's some person that got low income and he doesn't fit the description that I'm going to give him less than a service. I think you'll do more than enough because you don't know who he knows.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think that, people like us see it as a opportunity at anybody we deal with, because you came to us. If you come to us, that's already the win, because you came to us out of nowhere. That's our job, is like to create more leads, create more business. So if people are coming to you, even though they're not in the same ballpark, or they are bigger than us because they were so entertaining and they're not our same. It don't matter. You're going to give them A+ all over the place. People are going to feel you all over the place, and that's what makes you bigger than what you really are. You know what I'm saying?
So I have a question. So this happened to me recently. I had a potential client And I say potential because it was someone that should have been working with me for years.
Okay.
Right? And years ago, they were like, yeah, I don't know about you. And the whole thing came down to we look too much alike.
Right.
And all of their experience in the past has been
that
everyone that looks like me.
They don't give me the service.
They're not good. And so that's part of the challenge. And then this past couple of weeks, they came back. They were like,
yeah, they seen all the stuff you've been doing.
They're like, bruh. I saw him in person, bruh.
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta get together. We gotta do, man. Yo, I got something I'm working on. I'm cooking.
You seen those publications? And you seen those, those reviews.
And I was like, hold on, you don't remember? Like, it's 2024. 2009.
You probably a little fatter in the face. Now you looking slimmer.
I'm like 2009. You don't remember this conversation?
No.
I'm like 2013. You don't remember this conversation?
No, as a competitor, you do because that drives you, right?
And I'm sitting here.
To them, they're like, no, I don't remember that. I just remember you got to help me sell the good. I got an idea.
It's so nice to meet you. Meet me. You man, I've been sitting here. We done had this conversation. You know, my son, this, that, like. You got a kid? No, shut up. Like, you tripping.
You know, that's funny that you say that because people that see you in that glow moment, they always try to act dumb, right? Oh, I knew you could do it, but boy, I didn't know you was doing it like that. I knew you could be that football player, but boy, I didn't know you could score like that. Oh, man, I'm going to tell my people about you because boy, I didn't know. You did know. You just didn't believe. You didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes when it comes to our kind of people. It don't matter. When you deal with, I would say, the Caucasian community, they don't have to know you from a can of paint. If they see you scoring the ball, they're going to be like, he's the man.
Yeah.
But if you're not dunking that ball, you ain't giving me the oohs and ahs. I don't know. Because you ain't.
See, that's the hard part where
it is,
it's
right?
not good enough to be the best. You have to be flashy.
You got to be flashy. But you're scoring.
But then also on the flip side of that, and I know I've experienced this. It's still I'm going to say a hurdle that I see is that there is a challenge or there's a difference in the expectation. One, we want you to be flashy in order to get our attention. The other one, you got to be humble and good.
Right, humble and good.
And so for me, I'm like, I'm not flashy and trash. I'm not humble and good. I'm flashy and good. Right? So now, because they were like, oh, we want you to be flashy, but we don't want you to get too big, right? Minority, like the African American community would say, we want you to get big, but don't get too big.
Yeah, because you gotta leave us behind.
Because then you sell out.
Yeah, sell out, right?
So you don't be prideful. And, you know, in the black church, we'll come and say, pride comes before a fall. But I'm the son of a king. I should carry myself like an heir of the king.
Right.
So that's going to be one part. But then on the other side, be like, yeah, you should really be more meek and more humble, you know, because once you become too prideful, then you become arrogant. But we still want you good. Right? And so that's a place where I always find myself going back and forth.
But that just goes back in time, right?
Yeah.
So many leaders, so many kings had to deal with that dynamic. It's like, we want you to lead us, but if you do too much king, we can't let you be king no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What
you doing? Why you did that? You know, I thought you can't even explain yourself because that's how fast they want to replace.
Yeah.
And I think that it comes down to, I'm going to say, a balance of both worlds, because it's not even the community, it's people. It's like you could go to any kind of like establishment of people. It's like, I feel like Caucasians do it, Chinese people do it. Like they want you to do it, but they don't want you to do it too much. But then there's some people that want you to do it because they know you're Neil Oates and they cheer for you so hard, and they don't care because they know who Neil Oates is. They see you grow up in your community, they're like, go, 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 go. But then when other people meet you that's outside of Alabama, or you go to New York and you're from Alabama, guess what? Alabama loves you.
Yeah.
But you give that same work energy to people in New York, they're looking at you like, who this cat think he is? Because he don't even he don't speak this New York lingo. He don't know us as the black. You could be just like them, but you don't speak. You don't come from New York. How you think you gonna? Yeah, because that's the kind of I'm gonna use that.
Hey, so real quick, if you're watching this in New York, just hit us with a shimmy.
Yeah, y'all do shimmies and hand movements, son. You know, but that's
hey, B.
Yeah, yo son, your kid, your dad.
Yo son, come on.
This is no that. But yeah, I feel like, you know, based off of where they're, I feel like minorities always want to make it a competition to go for the home team. When we're all the home team, right?
Yeah.
You go to California, if you go to, it don't matter. You look like us. We should all represent each other.
Yeah.
But Caucasians and other communities, they look at it as a capitalistic. Can I capitalize off Neil Oates? Because I know he's gonna get the job done. I'm gonna pay him a little less because if I go to Jimmy and Jimmy's Caucasian, Jimmy gonna try to charge me because Jimmy drives this and that. But let me go to Neil Oates. He might give me a deal.
And
Neil Oates gonna get the job done, but I'm gonna get half off. So they capitalize as capitalistic as they are. That's why they're rich. They're gonna go to you and they're gonna try to negotiate a deal with you to make you cut your commission a little bit.
And that's where I have figured out in the past.
Cut your commission. Why not?
We ain't cutting nothing, making no deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you like Jimmy talks to you, but I'm gonna get the job done, and you gonna like me too because I'm way more flashy than Jimmy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy, you know, but you go to our community, they're looking at you like, why you charging me that much? And what you doing? Like, I have no choice. I'm selling your crib. I'm giving you marketing material. I'm doing the same thing.
Bruh. Oh,
yeah. Come on. Bruh. You know I gotta move. It shouldn't matter because it should be the same respect. But I mean, I digress that topic, but that's the reality of the subject. Our community of people don't want to give that same energy when it comes to all aspects of business.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to McDonald's in New York and you go to McDonald's in Miami, you're going to pay that $7 for the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Regardless. But if you go to Jimmy's barbecue shop in New York and then go up there, you can be like, why does burger cost $15? Yeah, because, it's different up here. I got to pay a little bit more money because he got to service this building, and you know what I'm saying? And people look at him like, oh, and then they'll go, oh, don't go, it tastes too salty.
Hey, wait, time out. You know what I forgot to tell you? You got to talk slower for the captions, because this is going to be captioned.
Oh, yeah, so
So this is going to be captioned, and it's just going to have a whole bunch of dots.
Yeah.
Whenever you talk.
Yeah.
It's going to say gibberish.
I wish you did say that. Every time I talk too fast. See, that's what happens when you be from these southern states. We just talk fast, and that's why people do not understand us. They be like, say it again. Or they'll lean in like, what did you say?
No, here's what I love. I love when a fast-speaking Spanish person looks at me like...
Yeah. When they be like, blah, 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 blah.
I'm like, how you have some nerve to sit here and not understand what I say?
Is it because of English or is it because of
they say,
can't piece it together?
No, they say, could you slow down as fast as you speaking to me? And the audacity.
They didn't learn that fast though, so they can't put it all together. It's like Dance Revolution when you see them Yeah. Some people look at it like,
left foot, right foot, left, right.
Yeah.
No, so when I say some people, I'm talking about my wife. My wife will sit here and hear you and I have a conversation. I'm like, baby, you learned English off rip. She was like, I didn't learn country.
Yeah.
Like y'all, the way y'all talk. She's like, you all talk so fast. I'm like, baby, don't play with me. All right, so real quick, we talked a lot of business, entrepreneurship, minority.
Okay.
I want to talk about the fun stuff that we love to talk about, golf.
Oh, man.
How's the golf game, Charles?
Man, I'm 120 up.
Nah, you less than 120 now.
109.
Okay, so Charles, talking about the handicap. So how long have you been playing golf?
Shoot, about 3-4 years now.
But you just got your GHIN,
which is that's
the golf handicap index, whatever, right?
Of association.
So that means that you're progressing, right? Yeah. Why did you get your GHIN number now? Why didn't you get it?
Well, first of all, I didn't even know that existed.
Stop right there. sometimes we just don't even know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I did not even know that existed.
Like, so we out there just swinging clubs, and they're like, what's your handicap? And you're like, my left knee. Like, yeah. nah, bro, not that.
Once I worked at that golf country club, that put me in a whole different perspective, because it's like, it's understand that, you know, you go out there and golf, go to Top Golf, hit a couple balls. Oh, how far did it go? Did you hit it straight? But then it gets to another level. It's like, what is your score? And your score dictates what you've done on the course. And now you taught me that there's difficulty, front nine, back nine.
Yeah, the handicap, the odds, the evens.
The Callaway rules.
The Callaway stroke player. We got the scratch player. You sit here like, no, we are not doing this.
Going back to the analogy of basketball, we don't have that. Can you score the ball or no? Can you get the ball, run it some yards and score or no? Golf is like, what did you get on hole number 5 when you were supposed to score 5?
But this is where the beautiful thing about golf is set up, and I love it with life, is that it's set up for you to do this thing for your entire life.
Yeah.
So it says, okay, if you're 20 years old and you're playing this, and if you are a 3 handicap versus someone who's 80 years old playing this, and they're a 20 handicap, they have a way to even this thing out. First of all,
to make it fair.
Old guy, you're going to play from the forward tees, right? Young dude, you got to play from back here. You're going to play this. We're going to give you this. And so if the old guy has if he has a great hole on the handicap where it is the hardest hole, but the young dude has a horrible, like, oh yeah, we about to even this score out. They got all these calculations.
That is, but that shows you how dynamic and thought process golf is, because golf, I'll probably say, is one of the oldest sports that we have.
Absolutely.
That we're playing.
Yeah.
I think it was like 1420s that the golf was created with the Romans and Irishmen, and I did some research on it. I was like, man, I didn't even know it went back that far. Okay. But I'm saying is, when they created a basketball court, they're like, if the OG get on here,
he gonna get muddy.
He got that 3-point line, and he got anything underneath that 3-point line, that's where he can score at. But that defense,
if he step on the court with me and you, then he had the mercy. He had the mercy. Hey, so he, my knee. Like, bro, we don't care nothing about that.
Yeah, we don't care about that. Golf is like, take your time. Let's see what you can do based off of what you learned. So nobody's going to distract him if he's doing a driver, right? Yeah. Or he had all the opportunity to relax, be himself. But on any other sport, it's based off of the environment.
So that's one thing I dislike about the game of golf, the environment. Why in the heck does everyone have to be quiet while you swing your club? That is stupid.
That is stupid. That's why some people play music. Like, they just play music just to keep it.
It is dumb. If you cannot hit a ball that is not moving,
I gotta focus.
What you do when you get home?
I gotta focus.
For all you professionals, and I know y'all are gonna disagree with us. Man, bro, you know how when we be out there, me and you and our other 2 guys, when they be out there, you got the man. I'm like, listen. They're like, he's about to hit. Man, if you don't shut up and start talking, I want you to shut up and start talking. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it probably was a majority vote. I'm going to say that because...
That's what you think?
Yeah, because it was probably like a majority of people was like, bro, be quiet, because they're slamming club. Once they kept feeling like stuff is going on, they can't focus on that one. And you know, golf swings are how fast?
No, I don't care.
Seconds.
I don't care.
You're going to get messed up from somebody saying, yeah, man, yeah, we vibing. I can't hit the ball.
So time out. Here's my thing with that. But I'm supposed to trust you driving to the golf course. You better have a damn chauffeur. Because think about it. Driving to the golf course is more dangerous than you swing. It's more important when life is on the line. So I got to be quiet, but I can have a conversation with you while you drive a vehicle at 70 miles an hour. You stupid.
Yeah. That is a little bit.
We got all life happening around us like this here.
But when it comes to nature, and you want to hear the birds chirping, and you're looking at the...
And you know how when people wait until the birds stop chirping?
Yeah. They want to wait. They want to have intimate relationship in the moment. That's why I said, hey, yo, Steph Curry, before you shoot that shot, everybody got to be quiet.
Could you imagine that? And then after you shoot, they be like,
yeah. Now somebody take a shot. Quiet. Shot goes a brick or whatever. Then people go, oh, whatever.
That's as bad as when you were practicing the gym and all you hear is just a skirk when you have no fans. So that's the opposite of the competitive sports. Like when you like basketball, football, when you walk in, you be like, daggum walkthroughs and no pads days, skelly days were crap, right?
Yeah.
And then we trying to pump noise into the stadium. So
I mean that's coming from the dynamic of athletes that.
So we are music people. We like crank it up.
Crank up the music, crank up everything.
But then again, also we out there with sticks and oil too. So,
but it's an entertainment game. Right?
No, it's a gentleman's game where you have to be quiet.
And there's gentleman clubs where there's dancers.
Hey, that's a different. That is not the same.
Once you put, I know, but
that's with gentlemen in front of something.
Yeah, because the golfer, guess what those golfers go to? The same gentleman spot. They get treatment.
Hey, so you
just like those at a golf club, you want treatment, so they go get treatment, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, the thoughts and the views and the opinions of Charles Sutton III, a.k.a. Charlie Cashflow, are not the thoughts of Mr. World Renowned, a.k.a. Mills Jr.
Yeah.
Baby, if you watching this,
it's okay.
That he related to you.
It's okay.
She ain't gonna watch it. She don't watch none of my videos.
It's okay. But gentlemen, that means service me. That's what that means. Service me.
I thought it just meant play the music on the golf course.
The golf girl comes up on a cart
what
with
are you talking about? I have no
liquor. And she doesn't look ugly. She looks good for her to what? Sell.
There are golf cart girls. There are cart
Go
girls.
to a golf cart, guys. Go to your most prestigious one in your neighborhood. I bet you there's a beautiful girl selling you liquor.
So making
you feel so good. And then guess what? When you get off the course, they're gonna give you a cold towel. They're gonna make sure you feel good. Like, oh, I sucked today, but boy, I feel good. I'll be back tomorrow.
So your sister in there, we have been fighting the urge to buy you a shirt that says "I love cart girls."
I mean, I don't, but I don't love the cart girls.
I know you don't, but it's just a vibe because you be big vibing out there.
Yeah. I mean, if I see you look good, I'm gonna say something to you, of course. I mean, it is what it is at that point. Because my golf game is not that good, so let me make it good somehow.
Okay, let's get back.
I need to get to the 92s.
We digress. So let me
ask you. I need to get to the 92s, man. I'm over here on the 109,
So where do you find your 10 strokes? Where do you find those?
What 10 strokes meaning?
So to bring you from your 109 to bring you down to the 99.
Oh, irons all day. If I chunk it up twice, I know the hole is blown. If I get to a driver, the driver's gonna get out there somewhere. It's gonna go somewhere and out there.
Uh-huh.
When I get out there and I look at where I gotta go, and I'm like, okay, I got 170. Okay, the iron's supposed to get me there. If I chunk that and go dribble, I know that's gonna be 10 plus. Yeah. For me to go a 9 on a par 4, that should tell you.
Hey,
you ain't got to be giving specifics. 9 on a par 4. Figure it out. Remember, 1 is driver. So that's what is the next? Okay, so 1 is driver and 2 is the putt. Let's say 3 is the putt. So that's 4. One of the other cars came from a truck. It was in between somewhere.
Okay,
gotta figure it out.
So for me, I think that my putt, like yesterday, solid.
Yeah,
Putt game was solid. Chipping, solid. Got the 56-60 was good. Pitching wedge, down, had it. For me, mine was the second shot on the long 4s and the 5.
Yeah, that's 7 iron. 6 iron.
No, so I was going 3 wood.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, when I say it had to get there,
like when you say get there, it's like 180 out.
Dude, the par 5 was 590.
Oh my God, you got 200 plus.
Hey, so even with a decent 245, 250 off the drive with the rollout, I still had a long way. That
make you feel so bad, right? When you looking at it like, I still gotta go win.
No, so here's where But this is where we go back to the layup versus the dunk, right? Two of the guys that I were playing with yesterday, they've been playing 40 plus years, longer than I've been alive, right? And this guy, he goes and he gets his 4-iron out on a hole off the tee.
First of all, you pull out a 4-iron, I'm gonna look at you like, you really about that?
So 4-iron off the tee on a par 5.
Okay.
But it was dog leg right.
Oh, right? So he made it short so he can go.
But his short with his 4-iron was 230. What?
How old was this dude? You said 40 plus years?
He'd been playing golf for 40 plus years. So that
means his muscle strength is not there, but his...
Man, first of all, dude was like 6'2", right? He was a bigger fellow. But when I say smooth, like the technique was so smooth. And when you hear it, it's like, it wasn't like, pow, like the iron, it came out like, like he hit.
And it was going so far. You looking at it like...
And so I was like, I said, can I see your club? And he showed me the number, the butt of it. I'm like, no, I want to see the face. He would hit his consistency. He had worn a spot on his club.
Yeah, I seen people that like a rusty spot.
Because that is the spot that he hit. Yeah. He's that pure every time. And so I'm out of my like 95 swings, and I'm going to say 70 of them being with something other than a putter, right? I'm saying I might have had like 6 sweet ones. Yeah. Like where it hit.
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
you look at you, it look like popcorn, look like ball marks all over.
And it was go. And so he's sitting his tooth.
That's the repetition. Remember, you don't have to look pretty. You could be an old man. It don't even make sense how you doing it.
And so,
but he's hitting it so pure.
And so
he don't got no swag. He probably had on some regular stuff.
No. And then he had the knee braces on.
So it looked like he like beat up.
So we get out there. You know who he looked like? He looked like our old playing partner. I ain't gonna say his name, but look like
a sweet, delicious treat.
He looked like an old playing partner. He was like this, and he was like, Neil, you got eyes on this? I'm like, y'all got eyes on it. Same thing. He
said the same
And so I saw him get out with his 4-iron, and I made me second guess what I had, because I see how long it is to even to the leg part. I'm like, oh nah, I got to give this everything I got.
Yeah, I got to give it the driver.
And what my other 2 guys, they had the driver. He got.
And I bet you $5. He had like some 1985 Callaway burner.
So. And I'm talking about not even, so had a nice bag, but you know, he had the grips redone, everything.
Yeah, but normal clubs.
Normal clubs. When I look at it, I'm like, oh, this ain't even the latest.
But when you said it was worn on it, that means he loved that club so much.
Bruh, Chuck, when I say my man hit that thing.
And he's hitting it.
And he hit it with the little fade on that thing right there. It was like, and he let the, you know how they always say, let the club do the work. Mm-hmm. He let the club do the work, and he went, he was like, that'll do. I was like, yeah, that'll do. Yeah. And so I went back to Michael. He was like, Neil, swing your driver. Thank you so much. Because, boy, you had me by, I was about to reach.
Yeah, you about to go get a 5-iron. Like, yeah, I can do this.
But then he told me something, and it's something I would tell everyone that's still watching us, if you still are. He said the game that you bring to the golf course is a game that you're going to play with, right? He said, don't come to the course trying to practice and change it. He said, if you haven't done that at the range or in the rehearsal, he said the game you bring to the course is a game you have to play with. So, you know, for me, usually I have my fade. We call it a slice. Right?
Tight fade.
So usually I have that. So today or yesterday, I was playing straight. Playing straight. He said, Neil, you're good. I'm like, well, usually I have this. He said, don't worry about what you usually have. Today, you brought this to the course, so you play this today.
Wow.
He said, so, dude, I was aiming this way, expecting my slice, my fade to come off. And he was like, Neil, why don't you aim that way? I'm like, well, usually I do this, this, and this. He says, on our first 4 holes that we've played, you have been straight. You've been solid. Your tempo was good. Play the game that you have today. And so how many of us as business entrepreneurs just get back where we say, but this is what I've done, and we'll see something. We'll know what our results that we're getting today. And then we'll say, no, but usually I do this. And like, it doesn't matter what you're usually doing. Play the game you brought to the course today.
Yeah.
right? And so that's it, man.
Yeah, that definitely could correlate with business, because, bro, you know, I mean, you gotta go with the ambience of the course, right? The ambience of what's the business workspace is giving you. If everybody's looking, like right now, everybody's looking for, well, back then everybody's looking for a great rate to get a home, but that's not the course right now. The course right now is everything is expensive, and people trying to. So you gotta play the game that you play with what you got right now, and you can't change the player.
Yeah,
you can't change the market. So you gotta play what the market is giving you while you're the player that you are. So that's a good analogy. I bet he scored a 70.
So he was.
What did he score? Because
we were in the Callaway division. So
okay, so he's doing
after everything.
That's the gold/white, Bob.
Yeah. That's so we were playing the 3s and the 2s because they don't do colors. They did numbers up there in Jupiter. Don't know why. But it was a long way on all of them. But boy, those par 3s.
Were like 200.
No. So the par 3s are legit. So anything for me that was 7, 8, 9 pitch, smoked it.
Oh yeah.
So
that's your vibe.
Like that part. So even on the par 3s, I was happy all day.
Yeah. So you got to a part, you pull up par 3.
Par 3, I'm like, yeah. And so that actually.
Okay, so let me ask you this: as a going back to business, once you see stuff that you're very confident in. Do you feel like you do stuff different, or do you feel like, oh, I got this in the bag, I know I'm gonna do this, I know it's gonna be done, you know, in terms of like if that was, you know, business thinking, like.
No, so if I'm in business and a par 3, I am doing things different, but I'm going to work my fundamental, but I'm going to add flair to it. So I might still do a layup, but I would put my hand behind my head while I would finger roll that thing, knowing that I got it. So those would be the ones where once I pull out my 7, my 8, 9, my pitch, at that point, instead of getting it on the green, I'm going to stick it 5, 6 feet.
Yeah, you want to get it.
I want you to say,
yeah,
damn good shot.
Yeah.
Right? And so because
versus me, I'd be like, man, I just gotta hit this thing solid and get it there.
So then
that's crazy that people think that way. You know me, you thinking that way, but me on a par 3, it could be whatever. In my mind, I'm like, I just gotta hit the ball solid, which means that I got more practice to do. Because if I'm not confident to look at a par 3 like you and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it close, this might be a long day.
I will tell you something that went very well for me yesterday was, and I said my area where I'm going to be able to take my most strokes off is going to be when I bring out the 3 wood, my 3 hybrid, maybe my 5 wood. Man, when I say that I got a new golf watch, a Garmin golf watch.
Oh, that tells you the distance on point.
Knowing my distances, I know when. So if it said 200, I knew I was going to swing my 3 hybrid 3/4.
Right.
When I say my distance was on lock.
Was it because you went to the practice range and you dialed it in, or did you know?
I've been at the range so freaking much. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but see, that's the repetitions.
Dude, I'm sitting there, but not only going to the range, because when most people go to the range, we're bringing out the big stick, we're bringing out the driver, and that's it. Right?
No, so I try to go through every stick in the bag.
I'm like, okay, let me start.
Especially at my job. What? I can hit the grass too. I'm trying to practice like this.
So let me hit that. Let me start with my pitch. Then I'm going 56, 60. Then I'm going gap. Then I'm going to go 9, 8, 7. I go to my 3 hybrid. Then I go 3 wood. Then I go down. So
do you use sticks that you usually don't use when you practice, like 5 iron?
And so then I go. Iron. So after my 3 wood, I'm sorry. I go. Mine is going to be my pitch 56, 60. I go back to my gap.
Okay.
Then I go 9, 8, 7.
140,
3 wood.
Okay.
No, 3 hybrid, 3
That's
wood.
Like 180.
I go 3 hybrid, 3 wood,
220,
5 hybrid, and then I go to my 6. I go to my 6 iron, 5, 4.
Them the hardest ones.
Those are the hard ones. And then my last one is I go to my drive.
Big stick. Well, you shouldn't practice that one too much.
Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, how many times am I really going to swing it? If I do things right, I'm not going to have to swing it 18 times. I didn't even think about that too. And so that's where, and plus I want to make sure that I'm swinging, because most of the time I'm swinging my driver is after my body has worked out some, right? So I'm like, all right, let me see how I feel after I've swung everything else.
Right.
Hitting the ground is a big difference in using the mats.
Yeah.
Because that mat is going to be smooth.
It's smooth.
That ground is.
It's going to eat you up. Yeah, it's going to eat it and give it some resistance. And I tell people that all the time. It ain't the same. Like, you practicing in that environment versus the real environment, the pseudo environment versus the. You can role play, sales play all day.
All day. But somebody be like.
But as soon as you get to that door of that call, and they say, what?
It's showtime. Click. We done for you.
Bang it on you. You like,
hey, for you calling those expires, and they tired of being called.
But it's always about the positioning. If you're already on there, I'm not here to do nothing different. Yeah. I'm just here to give you my perspective. Mm. So do you have time for me? 15 minutes. I'm gonna make it quick. I always say I'm gonna make it quick because people value their time. And even if it be 30 minutes, and all right, but they know that I'm gonna be quick. Okay, I might be talking to them and whatever. But that's another whole. But you can't do that in golf. You can't do that in golf. Be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fake it and make it and think I'm gonna just get away with it. No, the ball's gonna show you the effort just put in. Because in order to get that ball 250 yards straight, you gotta be doing something right. Right. And the ball has to come in, and the attack angle and the height of the ball and all this stuff is so dynamic with golf. Versus with like I said, we keep talking about the basketball reference. I've never seen somebody throw a layup, and just and wait till the ball comes out and swish. No, they go right to the hole. Yeah. Right to the hole.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's it for today.
Listen, man. Guys, thank you so much. Even though I was supposed to be talking to him, I'm talking to y'all, which is you and them.
You all. He talking to all of the y'all.
Yeah.
All of the yous, I should say you all. Appreciate you, sir.
My brothers, always.
A pleasure.
Make sure you get some of that brown water from Alabama Slam on.
I think it's time we should go back to the faucet. What you think?
Listen, we got to go back to the faucet. So, guys, stay tuned to the next time, man.
And so here's what I must tell you, as I always do, is that we love you, God loves you, there's nothing you can do about it. And until the next time you see us or we see you, don't be average.
Be world renowned.
Peace. Love y'all. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.